Welcome to the new episode of our podcast, Visa Vibes, giving you immigration insights with your host, Vandana Rai. That's me. Today, we have a big announcement to make, something very important to cover. The fees increase has been announced on the 9th of August 2024, that's today, and I wanted to give you more details on this. So what we would cover in this podcast today is the date the fees increase will be applicable from, the amount of increase in various categories, who all are impacted, how much will you have to budget for if you are planning to apply for a visa for New Zealand, and is there a way to apply before the fees increases. Now we'll cover this all. If these are the kind of questions that impact you and you would be interested in knowing more, you may consider subscribing to our YouTube channel, where we keep posting the updated information, the videos as soon as the news is released, and you would then be notified every time we post a new video. So do consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. So the first thing first, when is the fees increase from? So the date has been announced today, 1st of October 2024, the new fees applies from. So anybody who submits the application post this date. Some good news there, because there was a lot of stress among the migrants thinking of doing their applications, some just about to submit, and every time when immigration has previously made some announcements, it's been bang on, it's applicable from now. And the good thing now is at least we have a few weeks to work on the applications. If you are in the process of meeting your eligibility, checking and submitting your application, you do still have some time to do that before the 1st of October when the fees increases. And how much is the fees increase? The fees has actually been increased a lot. New Zealand follows what Australia does, and we had seen the fees increase in Australia, and that was expected. This actually has been increased a lot. If I give you a detail on how much for which important categories, student visa applications have seen a 100% increase in fees, from 375 increasing to 750 New Zealand dollars. A work visa, be it a post-study, a partnership visa, the fees increase has been 138%, moving from 700 New Zealand dollars to 1670 New Zealand dollars. That's a huge increase. Work to residence, a lot of people thinking of doing the sector agreement work to residence and other things. Again, there has been a major increase from 860 to 1630 New Zealand dollars. So they'll have to now budget and keep ready around 1630 if they're thinking of doing a temporary entry visa. That's a work visa. So again, a huge increase there. So skilled residence categories and the residence from work, which was previously the price was New Zealand dollars 4290, will now have from the 1st of October the fees increase to 6450. That's again more than 50% increase in the fees, something that the migrants will really have to work towards and be aware of. Other categories, especially partners, partnership based work visa, which was previously at 860 New Zealand dollars, now is at 1630. Close to 90% increase in the fees hike. That's actually a big increase in fees that we are seeing, and if you can avoid that, definitely must work towards that. What is the implication? Let's see, what is the implication for families? Let's say somebody who's studying here in New Zealand wanted to do a post-study work visa application, will now have to budget around 4,000 to 5,000 New Zealand dollars for one post-study work visa, for one partnership-based work visa. If they have 2 kids on dependent child student visa, easily touching around 4,500 New Zealand dollars. That's not a small amount. Somebody who is moving towards a pathway to residence, again, work to residence, you'll have to keep around more than 1,500 New Zealand dollars, and again residence from work, again 6,450 New Zealand dollars. Very easily touching around 10,000 New Zealand dollars in the entire process. So that's not small amount. So what are the ways, if any, to avoid the fees hike if possible? Somebody who's meeting the criteria now and is thinking of applying for the visa definitely should make an effort to save on this money. It's a huge money. Somebody who was thinking of doing a student visa, let's say February intake, must plan and submit the application before the 1st of October. We are doing it for all our clients. Offers received, in the process, making sure that the application is submitted before the 1st of October to save on the money. Again, post-study work visa, at times the students complete the course, but they just delay submitting the post-study work visa just to get a longer duration. Probably not a very good idea now. They must submit the application as soon as possible. A lot of you who are in the process of considering if they are meeting the eligibility, somebody who's thinking of a sector agreement or even a 6-point skilled migrant category, not very sure if you've managed to reach the 6 points threshold. Now, I think it's the right time for you to now immediately see if you are eligible before the 1st of October, and if so, must submit the application on time. What are the other ways you could save on the money? A lot of times, especially the residence applications get delayed because the PCC is not received on time, and we have seen a lot of residence applications getting declined if they are submitted without the mandatory lodgement requirement, especially the PCC. So again, we've been telling our clients from day one, apply for the PCC, get that on time. So it should not happen that you are not able to submit your residence application on time because you don't have your PCC with you, and then as a result have to maybe spend a lot of more money on that. So another thing that the migrants and all of you or whoever is in New Zealand wanting to come to New Zealand must now make sure is that you are getting correct advice. You just cannot afford submitting a futile application. You should not get into a process of just doing the application, not sure of the outcome. So the eligibility assessment has to be very critically done before you submit the application. So you're sure that if you're submitting the application, it is likely to be approved. Student visa, make sure you select the correct education agent, you submit all the required documents to immigration, should not get declined. Residence application, make sure that you submit decision ready applications, don't mess on the eligibility criteria. So because the fees increase is actually a lot, will really cost the family a lot of money. You could easily save on this money, maybe use for the future of the family, investment and other things. Definitely take correct advice at this stage. Any assistance in this, be it for information on the fees hike, be it for any ways you could submit the application sooner than you thought, avoiding the increase in fees, we would definitely be happy to assist in the process. Our own clients, please don't worry, we've gotten added resources to our team. We're making sure that every one of our client who is meeting the eligibility will get on submitting the application before the fees is increased. Thank you. We'll be happy to provide any clarification as you need in this space.